You come, I go. William exploded anger over reprimanding Camilia for action breaking his heart. Princess Diana made it clear that Camilla Parker Bowles was a contributing factor in her marriage to Prince Charles breaking down. Years after Diana's death, the Prince of Wales married his longtime mistress, but their relationship did sit well with Prince William or his stepsister, Laura Parker Bowles. That fact reportedly resulted in screaming matches between William and Laura as they both played the blame game. It's been reported that after Princess Diana's death in 1997, Prince William did not want to meet or have anything to do with the woman his mother called Charles Lady. William eventually agreed to meet his father's then-girlfriend in 1998 and decided to sit down with her face to face. Their meeting took place at St. James Palace and lasted for 30 minutes. The Irish Times reported that following that chat Camilla said, "I need a gin," and Prince William reportedly had a tough time accepting Camilla as his stepmother after the death of his birth mother Princess Diana. Royal expert Katie Nicholl wrote in her 2010 book Harry and William and shed light on the new dynamics that the Duke of Cambridge struggled with when Camilla was first introduced to the family. She shared that William would have terrible fights with his stepsister Laura as they would argue who was to blame for their broken homes. William would blame Camilla for all the hurt she had caused his mother, which would send Laura into a rage. Laura was not having any of it, she wrote. She would take a hard line and fire back at William. "Your father has ruined my life." Nicholl claimed that William blaming her mother would send Laura into a rage as she was not having any of it. William and Laura used to have terrible fights over who was to blame for their broken homes, Nicholl revealed. She would take a hard line and fire back at William. "Your father has ruined my life." Just like William didn't want to accept Camilla at first, the same can be said for Laura, as she initially didn't want Prince Charles in her or her mother's life, and she let him know. When Charles telephoned Camilla at the family home in Wiltshire, Laura would pick up an extension and shout down the receiver, "Why don't you stop calling Mummy and leave our family alone?" Nicholl said. She couldn't care less that it was the Prince of Wales. She blamed him for breaking up her parents' marriage and was not afraid to tell William so. Camilla is dreading being in the spotlight when Prince Charles becomes king, a royal expert has claimed. According to royal biographer Penny Junor, the 74-year-old royal will have a very difficult time when her husband ascends the throne, partly due to comparisons with Prince Charles' first wife, Princess Diana. Ms. Junor said, "She is a normal woman who, because of her relationship with Charles, has found herself in an abnormal situation. I don't think titles do it for her, and the prospect of being queen or princess consort, the fuss there will be at the time, the comparisons to Diana, it will be a very difficult time for her." However, speaking to The Telegraph, she speculated that Camilla would take the title of queen rather than princess consort, because Charles is so proud and grateful for her. By law, the Duchess of Cornwall will automatically become queen consort when Charles is king, but there has been speculation about whether or not she would take a lesser title, such as princess consort, to avoid controversy. The royal biographer's opinion was echoed by a former courtier. They noted that, because the Duchess was 57 years old when she married Charles, she spent most of her life living outside of the royal family. The former courtier told the newspaper, "She understands how strange the world of the royal family can be, and how the public sees that, and knows that at times her husband, the Prince of Wales, can't see that." The insider added Charles' wife has none of the apparatus of royal life at her house in Wiltshire, claiming she engages in a fairly normal existence.